Welcome back, Starstruck TV fam. Today, we're wrapping up our Cross 2024 series coverage with an honest review of Amazon Prime's reimagining of Alex Cross. We've talked about the cast, the previous adaptations, and recapped the entire first season. So now it's time to break down the good, the bad, and the truly unforgettable. Is this reboot worth the hype? Did Aldous Hodge deliver as Alex Cross? And most importantly, is Cross a worthy addition to the growing library of modern crime dramas? Let's find out. And hey, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for the latest takes on your favorite shows and movies. All right, let's dive in. The good. Let's kick things off with what Cross does well, and trust me, there's a lot to appreciate about this series. First and foremost, we have to talk about Aldous Hodge. Casting him as Alex Cross was an inspired choice. Hodge brings a depth and intensity to the character that's incredibly compelling. He makes Alex feel human. He's not some untouchable super cop. He's a father, a widower, and a man who's constantly juggling personal tragedy with professional responsibility. His performance grounds the series and gives it a heartbeat. Another win for Cross is its modernization of the story. The show takes James Patterson's well-loved novels and updates them for today's world. From the technology Alex and his team use to the social issues woven into the narrative, the show feels relevant without losing the essence of its source material. It doesn't just rehash old tropes, it brings fresh perspectives to the table, especially in how it tackles grief, family dynamics, and justice in a morally gray world. The supporting cast is another highlight. John Sampson, played with charisma and grit by Isaiah Mustafa, is a standout. His camaraderie with Alex feels genuine, and their partnership is one of the show's emotional anchors. Then there's Detective El Montero, a sharp and resourceful ally who adds much-needed balance to Alex's brooding intensity. The family dynamic is also beautifully handled, with Nana Mama bringing warmth and wisdom to counterbalance the darker elements of the series. Let's not forget the production value. The cinematography is sleek, and the use of Washington, D.C. as a backdrop is fantastic. The city feels alive, with its bustling streets and shadowy corners perfectly capturing the duality of Alex's world. The action sequences are intense and well choreographed, adding just the right amount of adrenaline to keep viewers on edge. The bad. Of course, no series is perfect, and Cross has its share of missteps. While the modernization is mostly a strength, there are moments where the writing feels overly reliant on cliches. Some of the dialogue, especially in the more exposition-heavy scenes, can come off as a bit clunky. At times, it feels like the show is trying too hard to remind us how smart Alex is, when his actions and problem-solving already speak volumes. The pacing of the season is another issue. The early episodes do a great job of building tension, but the mid-season stretch feels a bit sluggish. There are episodes that seem to drag, with subplots that don't add much to the overall story. For instance, while it's important to explore Alex's grief and personal struggles, some of the flashbacks to his life with Maria felt repetitive and slowed the momentum of the main narrative. Then there's the villain, or rather, the villains. While the puppeteer and their accomplices were certainly creepy and menacing, they lacked the complexity and depth that could have made them truly memorable antagonists. Miss Nancy's reveal as the main mastermind was shocking, but her motivations felt underdeveloped. A deeper dive into her backstory or psyche would have added layers to her character and made the final confrontation even more impactful. The unforgettable. Now let's talk about what sets Cross apart, the moments and themes that stay with you long after the credits roll. First up is the emotional core of the series. This is a show that's not afraid to dive deep into its characters' psyches, especially Alex's. The exploration of grief, resilience, and the lengths a parent will go to protect their family is handled with care and authenticity. Aldous Hodge's portrayal of Alex's vulnerability, especially in scenes where he interacts with his children, is nothing short of unforgettable. Another standout aspect is the show's ability to blend genres. Yes, it's a crime drama at its core, but it also leans heavily into psychological thriller territory. The mind games between Alex and the puppeteer are some of the season's most gripping moments, keeping viewers guessing until the very end. The family dynamic is another unforgettable element. The scenes with Nana Mama, Ali, and Jani bring so much heart to the series. They remind us that at its core, Cross is not just about solving crimes. It's about a man fighting to hold his family together while dealing with unimaginable loss. The show's ability to balance these personal stakes with high-stakes investigations is a testament to its strong writing and performances. And of course, we can't ignore the final showdown. The climactic confrontation between Alex and Miss Nancy is both thrilling and emotionally charged. While the reveal of her identity and motivations could have been stronger, the tension leading up to that moment was expertly crafted. It's the kind of scene that has you holding your breath, fully invested in the outcome. Now for the question we're all asking. Could there be a second season? One of the most exciting aspects of Cross is the potential it does set up for future seasons. By the end of the first season, we see that Alex Cross is just beginning to reclaim control over his life and career. The groundwork has been laid for more intense investigations, deeper explorations of Alex's personal life, and the emergence of even more dangerous villains. The mention of larger, more insidious criminal networks hints at a broader scope for future storylines, potentially weaving together multiple arcs over time. Additionally, the relationships within Alex's family and team are rich with possibilities for growth and conflict. Whether it's diving deeper into Jani's aspirations, Ali's resilience, or John Sampson's loyalty, there's no shortage of material to explore. With the right balance of character development and thrilling cases, Cross could solidify itself as a standout crime drama for years to come. Themes and cultural relevance. One thing Cross does exceptionally well is tackle big-picture themes in a way that feels organic to the story. The show explores the idea of justice, not just in terms of catching criminals, but in terms of fairness, accountability, and morality. Alex's journey often forces him to confront uncomfortable truths about the system he works within, making the series as much about introspection as it is about action. The series also delves into the ripple effects of trauma, both personal and collective. Alex's grief over Maria's death is a recurring theme, but it's not just his story. We see how loss and pain shape the decisions of other characters, from John Sampson's loyalty to Detective Montero's drive to prove herself. These layered character arcs add depth to the narrative, making it more than just a typical crime procedural. Final thoughts. So, is Cross 2024 worth your time? Absolutely. It's not without its flaws, but the show's strengths far outweigh its weaknesses. Aldous Hodge delivers a standout performance, breathing new life into the character of Alex Cross. The series' blend of action, emotion, and psychological tension makes it a compelling watch, whether you're a longtime fan of James Patterson's novels or new to the story. The pacing issues and occasional writing hiccups are minor blemishes on what is otherwise a solid debut season. If Amazon leans into the strengths of the series, its characters, its emotional depth, and its willingness to tackle complex themes, the future of Cross looks very promising. What did you think of the series? Did it live up to your expectations, or were there aspects you wish had been handled differently? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Starstruck TV for more honest reviews, recaps, and deep dives into the shows and movies you love. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.